Little history about me. Welcome back to Art by Doe Studios, by the way. I'm Doug Noel, and this YouTube venture that I've gotten into is something to keep my mind occupied while I'm getting ready to retire. I'll be retiring at the end of this year. That's completing out a long time in the working world, as they say. I did years in state corrections, and then went to the federal government and worked for TSA for 22 years. So now that that's coming to an end, and I want to get to the point where I'm here at home more, uh, taking care of my wife, and you know taking care of this place and enjoying those years that you get promised, a long time ago. Where if you work hard and you save your money and you invest, that later on in life that you can sit back, relax, and enjoy it. Well, I watched countless people that have told me that you got to have something to occupy your time. So I decided that since I love art and I've been doing art for 40 years, that was going to be my retirement plan. So uh, still working on my studio. I mean, it's always going to be a work in progress, but it's a viable studio. It has all the things I need in it, and I've created a few spaces in there to make things a lot more art friendly, as I would say. It's not perfect, but everything takes time to develop. But this is more about just my artwork. This is about uh, venturing into the world of retirement. Okay, uh, people think, well, I'm just going to sit back, relax, and do nothing. Well, I've seen countless people who have done that, and I'm telling you what, there's a lot of them that didn't last too long. Uh, and I don't mean they passed away. I just mean that they went back out and they found themselves a part-time job somewhere because they needed something to occupy uh, their mind and to make themselves feel productive. Okay, the productive part is the biggest part of that because you work all that time, and no matter what you're doing and no matter what field you're in, you still feel like you've contributed to something along the way, even if it's not totally relevant. You had to have some sort of sense of accomplishment of something that you did, a little pride in what you did. Uh, but when you decide to let that go and jump into retirement, and I attribute this back to my days in corrections. I used to watch prisoners all the time that we get institutionalized. They had their routine. Uh, this is what they did every day. Uh, they took their downtime seriously. But when it came time for them to be released to go back out in the world, it would actually it would scare them more than anything I've ever seen. In fact, some would even attempt to escape so they wouldn't have to leave. Uh, but retirement is a lot like that. Uh, you've been working all your life. You've been out there making a living for your family, and now that the family's gone, we're empty nesters. You think, what am I going to occupy my time with? I don't want to just sit in the house and watch TV. I don't want to just pick up my phone and play video games. I don't want to not feel like I'm accomplishing something in life. And I imagine most everybody gets that way. So you think about what it is that you love to do and turn it into what you can retire on. And I don't mean, you're going to make a $1 million after you retire. I'm not talking about anything like that. I'm talking about finding something that works on this up here. And what am I doing? Am I accomplishing something? Am I helping somebody else? Am I becoming a part of anything other than what I just left? Now, I don't want to be back in public service anymore because I've done public service all my life. But there's always a sense of public service in everything that we do. So I'm incorporating my artwork and a little bit of my need to be in public service to push forth this venture into the world of YouTube. And I may venture into Rumble, and I may venture into some other platforms, but I'm just getting started. But to simply put it to the hardcore fact, you got to have something that's going to occupy your mind. It's going to keep your mind thinking. That keeps your mind young. It keeps you focused. It makes a sense of purpose in life. And if it's something that you enjoy, like, art is my life. So, and I do it for God. Okay. I'm a very Christian man. And I always tell everybody, God paints through my hands. Because there's times when I'm doing a painting and then I'm thinking, oh, this is looking terrible. I step back and look at it and I'm thinking, wow, he really took control of that and made something special. Okay. And no matter what level you're at with whatever this you're doing, whether it's building something, relaying pertinent information to help people, uh, in my case, artwork, it is simply just phenomenal to be able to, give that to the people. I love helping people. I love doing my artwork. So if I can combine those two, that's a win-win. I don't mind that at all. And if it helps me build a community of people that can understand what the purpose is behind it and make, those some sort of decision that if you are, coming up on retirement, finding something productive to occupy your time to keep you from becoming stale, as I call it. You don't want to just sit around and do nothing. Even though it sounds wonderful, that wonderful only lasts for a little while. Now, is there going to be things that being a wife is going to do as far as, taking trips here and there? Yes, there is. But you can't do that constantly. You've got a budget. And so finding something that can fill in all those gaps to keep yourself relevant in your mind is phenomenally needed. So as we go through and you'll watch me paint, you'll see some of the paintings that I've done, the stuff I love to share with people. People buy my paintings, by the way. People have commissioned me to do art, and it's an honor for me to do that. Okay. But the biggest thing is what it does for me. It is, without a doubt, the thread that holds me down, I should say, in a grounded mental state and gives me that sense of accomplishment that, the jobs I've had over the years didn't have. I mean, I had a lot of public service jobs, as I said, and they're they were great places to be. Worked with some phenomenal people. I mean, some really phenomenal people. Uh, so, I mean, I wouldn't trade my life for anything. But now that I'm moving into the next phase of my life, I'm just looking to see what I can do. In retirement, you got to think about these things. You're going to make yourself relevant. You're going to put yourself out there, help out other people. You know, you never know who you're going to help along the way. It's always good to remember to be someone that can help someone, and also always let everybody know that, if you really want peace in life, you need to, if you haven't already, give your life over to Christ. There's so much peace that comes with that, and so much, satisfaction uh, in knowing that He's out there and He's there to keep you together. He fights on your side. He enriches your life so much. If it wasn't for Christ, I wouldn't be as talented as I am, because God gave me the talent to do my artwork. And that's talent is what He gives me to push out for them to shine, to let them know that, whatever talent that He's given you, even if you haven't realized it yet, it's there to help spread the word and to show how relevant He is in life. So don't forget to put God back into that, because, He has done so much for me over the years, and He has placed miracles in my life. So, let me know in the comments, you know, any opinion you have on, being with Christ, because I'm here to tell you, there was a point in my time in my life when I thought He'd abandoned me and left me out to dry, and it wasn't that. It was I left Him, and I blamed Him for me leaving Him. And then I come to realize that it was all me. And when I corrected that and came back to Him, just like a loving Father is, He forgave me of all that, and He enriched my life so much. And I haven't looked back since. Um, I am, without a doubt, extremely satisfied with everything that He has placed here for me and done for me. All the things that He has given me to utilize while we're here. I mean, it all belongs to Him. Nothing belongs to us. If He didn't create it, then we wouldn't have it. So, yeah, leave a comment to let me know where you are with your journey on Christ, because I'm here to tell you, I can give you many counts of the miracles he's put in my life. And some people just don't look at what he's done. But once they start to see it, then they realize how good he is to everyone. But like I said, in retirement, find your spot. Find something that's going to occupy your time, your mind, your faith. Put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. You may be the one that helps somebody. And what better thing in the world can happen than to be an inspiration for somebody, be helpful to somebody, be even a father figure for someone, a guide, a lending ear. Make yourself relevant. The knowledge of the world is in those of us who have been around for years. Share that knowledge with everyone else. Don't be afraid to give them everything that they need as far as what you can provide. What good is it going to do if we take it with us? Be good to each other. Be helpful to each other. Laugh with each other. Go out and be with friends. Go out and be with those who can be your friends. That's the reason I did this, is to create more friends. To relay a message. To create a family. And it just seemed like the right thing. So that's the reason I do it. So if you feel the same way, let me know. If you don't, then you can let me know that too. But you got to live life. Retirement doesn't mean that you've given up. It just means you've taken the next step to the next challenge. And it is a challenge. And, just like anything, it can be scary because you don't know what's going to happen. But keep Christ in there, because if you keep Christ in there, it's not scary anymore, because you know that you will be taken care of, that you will be doing what he wants you to, and you can excel. And, I don't mean by earning a lot of money. I mean by simply putting life out there, giving help and life to somebody else. But I thank you for being here and listening to this old man ramble on. Still working on The King Returns, and you'll see the updates on that here and there. If you like any of these messages, please like and share them with somebody else. If you want to become a subscriber so that you can become a part of the family, please do. No pressure. Just enjoy life. I mean, it's been a long working road to get to this point, and I'm looking forward to the next step. God bless you. May keep you strong, and provide you with everything that you could possibly need, and maybe a few wants along the way. But thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.